Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Montgomery, Fundraising and Communications Manager for CHIP.
Hello, and I'm Christina. I'm the Fundraising and Communications Coordinator for CHIP.
And this is Bigs and Brunch. We have exciting news to share. Our self-help development in Bigs, the big sort of exciting stories, this self-help development will be able to give priority to campfire survivors, which is really exciting. It's part of our, overarching need to provide affordable housing solutions in the long-term recovery of the campfire disaster. So it's exciting. There's 10 lots. So this show, Bigs and Brunch, we're talking Bigs, obviously, and we had to record earlier. Judy, who is sort of the lead on this particular subdivision, we recorded her earlier to make it convenient for her work from home schedule. So we'll be running that video in a little bit. But the other part to this perfect recipe of success is brunch. So we'll start with the coffee, which you'll see later in the segment. So I'm doing you're doing tea actually, which is good for you for doing tea. I'm doing French roast here, and it's no sugar, no cream. So
yes, I'm doing a green tea. So.
That's part one of brunch. And then part two of brunch is we brought our own food. And so when we play our previously recorded video, we can eat in peace. And I also have whipped cream, which I will go ahead and do now just to get, I think this is probably the money shot, is this.
Yes, absolutely. This is what people want to see. Yeah.
Bigs and Brunch. So we'll be enjoying that. And if you're tuning in, you can also, Christina, I forgot to mention this. We're happy to take comments on this. And if you have questions, put them there. And occasionally we'll be looking at those. Sadly, because we pre-recorded Judy's part, we won't be able to feed those to Judy live, but we will try to get to them. And if we don't know the answer, we can always follow up. The challenge for us, of course, and this is an important thing to note, is a lot of people are not in office. So the more complex problems might get, or questions might get a response later, like maybe next week. So in fact, Judy will probably be done with her work, I think, before noon today. So we'll try to be as helpful as we possibly can. And that's to say, too, we should mention it now while we're just talking about it. The office is closed. So if you're going to be applying for Bigs, note that our office is closed. Or if you call, you're going to have to leave a voicemail. But we do respond to them. So expect more activity on Monday in terms of responses. So we talked about Bigs, just the purpose of what we're doing today. And then we talked about brunch. I'm just looking at my notes. Is there anything else we need to talk about? I don't know. I think we're probably ready. Let's, before we always do a little bit about CHIP. So I want to just load up real quick for those who don't know CHIP. This is our mission. So we provide healthy, sustainable, affordable housing and related services to qualified residents in the North Valley. And we mentioned Bigs being, a priority subdivision for campfire survivors. We are in the midst of that long-term recovery for our area. Here's our service area: Shasta, Tehama, Butte, Glenn, Colusa, Sutter, and Yuba counties. So affordable housing is what we do. We build multifamily rental units. We manage rental communities in this service area. And we build we help households build their own single family homes. And that's what we're talking about today. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen of our pre-recorded session with Judy. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments and we'll get to them. All right, here we go.
Hello and welcome to Bigs and Brunch. I want to introduce our special guest, Judy, who is a self-help specialist with CHIP. Hello, Judy. Thank you for joining us.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. I think if everyone would like to cheers to Bigs and Brunch, coffee, tea, cheers. Uh, so, we this session we want to talk specifically about self-helps and our newest subdivision, Bigs. So, in Bigs. So, Judy, if you would like to tell us a little bit about what self-help is and what that program is about.
CHIP's been around for a while now with our current project. For those people that are not familiar with it, self-help is a program that you help build your home. You are put into groups of about 5 to 10 families, and you then construct your home until all those homes are completed in the group, and then you move into your home. No construction experience is necessary. We do have construction supervisors out there at all times, and you help build your home. So that's the main gist of the self-help program, is that there's no down payment. The construction labor part of it is commonly referred to as sweat equity, and that then becomes your down payment. So that's our primary lender is USDA, and CHIP serves 7 counties in the North State. And so we do have a lot of subdivisions. Currently, we have 2 going on locally, one in Orland that's finishing up, and then one in Corning. And so we have been around for a long time.
Awesome. Mark, did you have any questions?
Well, Judy, I was going to say we also have Williams going on, right?
Yes, we do. Yes, we are currently accepting applications for Williams. We are no longer accepting for Orland and for Corning. Those have been sold, but we are actively accepting applications for 23 lots in Williams.
Awesome.
And we just started accepting applications for the subdivision in Biggs, correct? So could you tell us a little bit more about that subdivision?
Yes, our current subdivision that we just started accepting applications for last week is named North Biggs Estates Phase 2, which is located in Biggs. We have 10 lots available, and they are located on J Street between 2nd and 4th Street. So for others that are familiar with our previous subdivision that we built there about 4 or 5 years ago, they're located in that same area. There are 10 lots right at the entrance of that, located, like I said, between 2nd and 4th Street on J Street, that we're going to currently accept applications for.
Awesome. And how does one apply? Is there a process? Is there a deadline?
We did do a big mail out to all the previous people that were on our self-help interest list. So if you were previously on our interest list for this area, then you should have already received an application if your address was current and up to date with us. If you have not received and you would like to request an application, our office is currently closed to the public due to COVID, but we do have people working in office, and you can call either 530-891-6931 and leave a message, and Maria or myself would get back to you, and we can go ahead and mail you out the application. You can also access the application on our website at www.chiphousing.org, and you can download the application. Or if you prefer, we can email it to you. You can contact us at chipgeneral@chiphousing.org, or myself directly at jorosco@chiphousing.org.
Awesome. And we'll have all those emails and everything on our social media page as well. So if you didn't catch that or didn't write that down, that'll be available. And so another question is, what about the construction, and do you need how does that process, how long does that process take?
This definitely isn't like an instant kind of gratification thing where you have a home right away to move into. This is a process. You apply, and then you go through the eligibility process, the closing process with the lender, and then at that point is when we construction starts on the lots. So of course, all the major things that need to be done, like a construction agency, we do have subcontractors that do that. We have multiple inspections. All the construction requirements apply. So families will actually help with more of like the cleaning you'll do at the beginning. You'll do the framework. You'll help with the framework. You'll help with a lot of painting, and it's really a cool process to go through. I myself went through it like 16, 18 years ago, and you learn a lot from it, and especially being a new homeowner, you get to learn all these things that will help you later on being a homeowner. If something needs to be replaced, or you'll have those tools to be able to do it yourself and save yourself some money. So that construction process does take a bit. We have to take in consideration weather and other delays, but it's taken about a year to a year and a half right now, depending on the size of the group as well. And for you families to get their keys. It may take less, but that's kind of a general.
Yeah, Judy, that was one of the things that I really enjoyed seeing. The various households. A lot of households that join this program have zero construction experience, and that's totally normal and totally okay. And the program's designed to help people learn how to build their own home. So we have our foremen who are on site who will train you up to do these things, and then we take the most complex pieces of building and we remove those from the process. Right. So you're not going to be doing electrical work or that kind of
plumbing.
Plumbing. You're going to be doing the things that really are achievable.
Yes.
As a group, and you work in groups with other households. And I think that's really an amazing thing. You see people who start on day one, zero construction experience. And then when they're done, they're like, I feel like I could, do any home improvement project possible because I have this incredible experience.
Yes, the confidence in families from when they first start the process till the very end, it's a big growth there because you get comfortable. You have other families. We have great supervisors. We have great foremen that have been with us and worked with families and have also gone through the program, so understand. So it's a really great program to be a part of, and families. It is hard, but it's well worth it at the end. You get your home and you gain all this knowledge.
And for those who are interested in applying, what about credit? That is a big kind of scary thing when it comes to applying for a home. So what is it about the self-help program that helps people make that subject less scary?
Yes. Another thing also that I haven't mentioned before, that right before I get into credit, that I do want to, because it's a major part of this subdivision for Biggs, is that we are prioritizing campfire survivors. So what that means is that we're asking anybody that was affected by the campfire to please submit your application by December 31st of this year in order to be prioritized. So you can still submit your application afterwards, and anybody can apply for the subdivision, but we are prioritizing campfire survivors, and in order to be prioritized and get that priority, it would be by December 31st, 2020. So just wanted to make that, have families and everybody know that if you have some more complex issues with credit, please contact me directly. So I'm just going to kind of generalize right now, because credit is one of those items that is really hard. There's no cut and dry. There's no real, set. We don't go off credit scores. It is truly a case by case basis. You don't have to have perfect credit. If you do have a few things here and there, it depends on the explanation. We do recommend that if you have items that you think may prevent you from qualifying, just go ahead and list them on a separate note so that we're aware. If you have a special situation, put a little note with your application. And then myself or my coworker, when we review the applications, will contact you directly and get more info. But we do not go solely based off of credit scores. Credit is one thing that I won't be able to answer too much generally. It'll have to be case by case. But there is hope because it does not have to be perfect credit.
Awesome. And that, like you said, to write a note, to talk to you. So if for those that are a little concerned or just unsure of their credit, don't let that stop you from turning in an application, because Judy will walk you through it and will kind of explain that. I know that it is a really complex subject. So,
and if for some reason you don't qualify, or something is preventing you from being eligible due to credit, we do help you. We do tell you what you need to do in order to be eligible in the future if it doesn't happen to be this time around. So all we just need is that communication, and that'll make it work. Hopefully, if not currently, then in the future, we're definitely. And then a big thing that I also want to mention that's around this time of year that could affect your eligibility is that please be cautious about incurring any high debt during the holidays. You know, it's really easy to kind of get carried away. But just be mindful if you're wanting to be purchasing a home to please be considerate about how much debt you're incurring during the holidays, because that could potentially just be something that may affect your eligibility. So if you have any questions with regards to that as well, go ahead and give me a call or send me an email, and we can discuss that a little bit further.
Awesome. Yes, you're right. This is the time of the year to be mindful of that. And I want to go back to the priority deadline you mentioned. So we had said earlier that the office is closed to the public. So for people who do want to turn it in, what are the methods? Is it through mail? Do they email? How does the turning in the application? Because we talked about how to receive one.
Yes. So with the application, there's quite a few items that are listed on there that need to be submitted with the application. So there'll be the application and an authorization form, and then the list with your household members. And then there'll be a request for a fee for the credit report that needs to be run. And then we'll need taxes and check stubs and income information for all adult household members in order to be able to review the application. So keeping that in mind, unfortunately, we're not able to accept applications via online or fax, because again, the application would not be complete because we would be missing that money order. So the methods of submitting an application right now would be via mail, and you can mail your application to Chip at Chip 1001 Willow Street in Chico, California, 95928. Or you can swing by the office and drop it off. We do have a mail slot at the front door. There's a sign on there that'll show you. Just make sure you put it in an envelope so it all stays together. And you can slide it through that mail slot. And then we will, like I said, we do have staff in the office, but we are not open to the public. So once that is submitted, if you have further questions, you can then give me a call or give the office a call, and then we can answer any questions through the phone or through email.
Awesome. Mark, did you have any last questions before we go?
Well, I've been having some audio issues over here.
Oh no.
That's why you saw me fiddling with my computer. It was like, your mic stopped working. I was like, what? So I made some adjustments, but now I can't quite hear you guys. So you can just ignore me.
Technology. So those are all my questions. Thank you so much for your time, Judy. I know that there are probably so many other questions from individual cases. So again, we want to encourage you to give our office a call, send us an email, or to apply and make notes of the things that you're concerned of, so that Judy can work with you in your specific case individually. So please don't let those things deter you. And remember that that deadline, which is Judy, can you say that one more time? The
Yes.
December
so
deadline.
For priority for campfire survivors, the deadline is December 31st, 2020, and that's just to prioritize. So there really isn't a deadline on, even if it's January 2nd, January 3rd. If you want to submit your application, go for it. We will continue accepting the application until all the homes have been sold. But it's just a priority for us to start screening. And then also another thing I want to mention that I forgot to mention before is that if you're submitting an application right now, great. We urge you to do it as soon as possible because it is reviewed on a first come, first served basis. So please do that, but I will not start reviewing applications until sometime in January. So please don't be surprised if you don't hear from me until early next year, because that's the current plan is for me to start reviewing applications in January. So right now we're kind of gathering that pool of applications so that I'm ready and good to go to start screening in January. And then also, if you want more information with regards to the house plans, those are located on our website as well. We have 3D plans that Christina created for us that are great. So you can go ahead and take a look at those so you have an idea. And these homes will have solar panels, so that's something new that people might have not seen previously, because that's something new we will be having that's really exciting. And then last thing is that our income guidelines are also listed on our website on the flyer. So if you happen to be a little bit over income, please still apply, because there are some deductions that apply to that may lower that income and make you eligible. So like I said, a lot of things are case by case, but we do not have current sales prices. So that's one thing that we're working on, and also a map. Once we have that information, we will post it on the website. But any other questions you might have, go ahead and contact me or contact the front desk. Thank you, Christina, for having me.
Awesome. No, thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us for Bigs and Brunch. We'll talk to you soon, Judy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Mark. I think you're still on mute, but we're back.
I am. I'm still having audio issues. I think I'm cursed. So we're back. That was recorded earlier with Judy. So helpful with that information. And I did want to just mention that while we are prioritizing applications from campfire survivors, all can apply who are eligible, right? So even if you're not a campfire survivor, you certainly can apply, and you should. So that's a great opportunity, not just for campfire victims and survivors, but for others who are looking to get into home ownership. And then, was there anything else we wanted to talk before we wrap up, Biggs?
Yes. So we have Giving Tuesday and North Valley Week of Giving coming up. So Giving Tuesday is next Tuesday, December 1st. And for those of you a little bit unfamiliar with Giving Tuesday, it is a global movement that unleashes the power of people and organizations to transform their communities. And this could be through financial giving. This could be for using your voice to speak about this specific issue that you're passionate about, or this could be about giving your time that day. So that is what Giving Tuesday is, and we'll be participating in that along with a lot of organizations from the community and around the world. But we'll also be participating in North Valley Week of Giving, which starts on that Giving Tuesday, and it basically takes that spirit of Giving Tuesday and it extends it for an entire week, which is very cool. We love an opportunity to give back and be involved in the community. And this is an opportunity just for our community. So it's local organizations coming together, using their platform, and asking community members to use their platform as well to incite change in the areas that they're passionate about. So look out for that on our socials. We'll have more information on our website, as well as if you go to North Valley Week of Giving, they'll also have information about us and also all the other organizations that are participating. So we're very excited about that opportunity. We're very excited to come together with the community.
Yeah, I think, this is the time of year where we start thinking about what we're grateful for, right? And the opportunity for community members to support not just CHIP's work, but work that's happening in the region. It's a great opportunity. So we encourage you to learn more about the opportunities and even CHIP's own fundraising priorities. We're in the midst of our Build Hope campaign, as many of you know. So it's a good opportunity for you to be engaged with all the activities that are happening in the region, but also be engaged with CHIP's priorities too. And that takes us back to Biggs, where we continue to, pun intended, chip away at the housing crisis, especially the long-term recovery of this region and bringing more affordable housing stock to the region. So, and then last but not least, before we sign off, I know I ate a little bit of the waffle during that pre-recorded video session. Did you, Christina, did you enjoy your coffee cake?
I did. I was nibbling on the coffee cake throughout the video. So I spared you all from the audio of that, but I definitely did enjoy some coffee cake to balance out the healthiness of my tea, I think. I think it's good to have balance in life.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to find more excuses to eat. We'll like weave in eating and cooking into our live videos. So if you have a recipe you want to share or a cooking show suggestion for us, please send them into the comments as well. We're having too much fun finding excuses to eat during work.
Absolutely.
All right, last reminder, just again, today, at the moment of this recording, it's Wednesday. Many people in our office are out. So if you do call or email, don't expect a reply immediately. It probably won't be till Monday, maybe even till Tuesday, depending on the volume of calls and replies we have to do regarding your Biggs application. But there are people who will help you if you have questions or need any sort of response. We will get to you. Just please leave a message or just shoot us an email. Real quick, if you wanted to, I can actually share that on the screen again. Our website, chiphousing.org. I have our Build Hope, but you can go to our homepage and learn about how you can call or email us while we're in this period of COVID-19. We're generally closed to the public. And then if you want to learn more about our Build Hope campaign and all the fun things there, you can go to our website, click on the Build Hope link, and learn about our funding priorities, our goal, and where we are towards that goal, the impact we're having. And then, of course, if you really want to show your support around town, we have our merch opportunities here. And then if you want to help us next week, just increase awareness for CHIP, and you can become a social media ambassador by clicking here, and you can talk with Christina directly. We're going to equip you with a bunch of assets and give you some creative ways you can share what we're doing right here on Facebook and other channels. That's it. Christina, anything else we should talk about?
No, I think that's it. I will also include the link to our website and our phone number and email on the comment section of this post, so it's easy to copy and paste. And that, I think that is everything that we wanted to cover. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for tuning in.